The writings of NICHIREN DAISHONIN the 10th. Encouragement to a sick person. I have heard that you are suffering from illness. Is this true? The impermanence of this world is such that even the healthy cannot remain forever, let alone those who are ill. Thoughtful persons should therefore prepare their minds for the life to come. Yet one cannot prepare one's mind for the next life by one's own efforts alone. Only on the basis of the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha, the original teacher of all living beings, can one do so. The Buddha's teachings, however, are various, perhaps because people's minds also differ greatly. In any event, Shakyamuni Buddha taught for no more than 50 years. Among the teachings he expounded during the first 40 and more years, we find the Flower Garland Sutra, which says, "The mind, the Buddha, and all living beings, these three things are without distraction." The Agama Sutras, which set forth the principles of suffering, emptiness, impermanence, and non-self. The Great Collection Sutra, which asserts the interpenetration of the defiled aspect and the pure aspect. The Langer Wisdom Sutra, which teaches mutual identification and non-duality, and the two-volumed Meditation and Amida Sutras, which emphasize rebirth in the land of perfect bliss. All of these teachings were expounded specially for the purpose of saving all living beings in the former, middle, and latter days of the law. Nevertheless, for some reason of his own, the Buddha declared in the Immeasurable Meanings Sutra, preaching the law in various different ways, made use of the power of expedient means. But in these more than 40 years, I have not yet revealed the truth. Like a parent who has second thoughts about the transfer deed he wrote out earlier, Shakyamuni looked back with regret upon all the sutras Shakyamuni looked back with regret upon all the sutras he had expounded during the sutras he had expounded during the previous 40 and more years, including those that taught rebirth in the land of perfect bliss, and declared that though immeasurable, boundless, inconceivable, Samkhya kalpas may pass, they will in the end fail to gain unsurpassed enlightenment. Though these sutras he reiterated this in the expedient means chapter of the Lotus Sutra, saying, honestly discarding expedient means, I will preach only the unsurpassed way. By discarding expedient means, he meant that one should discard the Nembutsu and other teachings preached during those more than 40 years. Having thus undoubtedly regretted and reserved his previous teachings, he made clear his true intention, saying, the world-honored one has long expounded his doctrines and now must reveal the truth, and for long he remained silent regarding the essential, in no hurry to speak of it at once. Thereupon many treasures Buddha sprang forth from beneath the earth and added his testimony that what Shakyamuni had said is true, and the Buddhas of the 10 directions assembled in the 8 directions and reached with their long broad tongues to the place of the great heavenly king Brahma in testament. All the beings of the 2 worlds and the 8 groups who were gathered at the 2 places and the 3 assemblies, without a single exception, witnessed this. In light of the above sutra passages, setting aside evil people and non-Buddhists who do not believe in Buddhism, with regard to those who, though Buddhist believers, have devout faith in provisional teachings preached before the Lotus Sutra, such as the Nembutsu, and devote themselves to reciting it ten, 100, 1,000, 10,000, or as many as 60,000 times a day without chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo even once in the course of 10 or 20 years. Are they not like a person who, clinging to the transfer deed already nullified by his parent, refuses to accept its revised version? They may appear to others as well as to themselves to have faith in the Buddha's teachings, but if we go by what the Buddha actually taught, they are unfilial people. This is why the second volume of the Lotus Sutra states, "But now this threefold world is all my domain, and the living beings in it are all my children. Now this place is beset by many pains and trials. I am the only person who can rescue and protect others, but though I teach and instruct them,